Hi everyone, this is Rusty Vernon with Vernon Management Group. Today I thought I would take a look at Nvidia, the long-term trend of Nvidia. Reason I'd like to take a look at it today is because pretty big day for the company. They are announcing earnings in I guess about an hour and 30 minutes. Um, Nvidia kind of shocked the world in May. This was on this chart. It was this month right here. By the end of May 2023, the stock was up 36%, mostly due to what they had to say about earnings. Nvidia is being called right now kind of the kingmaker because they have kind of have their choice as to who to do business with. Um, they have some unique products and they are in really high demand, and as a result the stock is doing very well and has done very well. But what I want to do is take a look at some of the similarities of in what the stock did in May and in the 3 months after, and what it did similar times in the past. So if we take a look at just what's happening right now. So here's May of this year. Nvidia announced their earnings, and as a result, the stock closed at an all-time high for the end of May. The previous high was right here, which was 11/30/2021. So the end of November of that year, the stock closed at 326 after hitting 346 intra-month. That price was eclipsed just a couple years later. And the couple of things we try to note is what was the trading volume when it did hit a new high. And we can see down here that this bar right here shows the trading volume for that month. It was definitely above average, and it was definitely higher than the previous month. So that's a real plus. That tells you that institutions, pensions, mutual funds are the ones buying the stock. A lot of people would go, well, golly, the price was up 36%. Is the rally over? And then here we go in June, it's up another 11%. Then for July, up another 10%. And this month, it's up barely, but for the most part, it's flat for the month. There has been some volatility. This month it dropped as low as $403, but came right in here into this shorter term trend line. I like to use this green line right here, which is a longer term trend line. And this one shows 11 months. Sometimes I like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-month moving average. But this really kind of keeps you in the stock. As long as this moving average line is moving north, it's probably a pretty good idea to hold the stock. When we get below this trend line is when we really want to consider getting out of the stock, as things can really get bad. As during the 2022 bear market, the stock, being up here in the high 300s, got all the way down to $100. No fun if you're just holding. So you need to have some type of sell discipline, something that tells you, do I hold the stock or do I sell the stock? Now, going back in time here, you can take a look. Similar action happened, and this is, I believe this is May of 2020. So same thing happened. Stock closed all the way up here to eclipse this high price that was made, in 2018. And then after, let me see what the gain was this month. This was May of 2020, gained 21%. And then here we go, up 7%, up 11%, up 26%. So normally when a stock makes a new high price like this and closes at the end of a month above, a lot of times you can just use a long-term trend line that will keep you in the stock. And you can kind of, ride that wave. So that happened in May of 2020. Then we go down here, and we can see there was a high made here in 2007, and Nvidia just kind of floundered for a long time. And then finally in 2015, bam, makes an all-time high. And then take a look down here. The trading volume, very similar, above average and higher than the previous month. And then we get another giant run. So you really have to pay attention when a stock makes a new high for the end of a month, especially if the volume picks up and you're coming out of a deep correction. Normally, the longer the base, the longer the run here. So in 2021, Nvidia started a decline that really destroyed, shareholder value. And then in 2023 started marching back again. And this new high price in May of this year, kind of in based on historical precedent, probably has been your signal that, higher prices to come. Now, Nvidia, as I mentioned earlier, is going to announce earnings after the bell. A lot of people are very worried about that own the stock. Some people are excited. Some people are worried. But it really is a 50-50 bet. So you're going to have a lot of volatility after the earnings. What I try to do is I try to kind of ignore it to some degree and then wait till the end of the month and actually see where the price is. If I was lucky enough to get in the stock down here as it turned the corner at $200, well, I've got a lot of padding, so to speak. I've got, pretty good profit that will, carry the day. If you just purchase the stock recently in the last couple of weeks and you're going to carry it through earnings, well, you probably need to have a stop in place. I like to use 6, 7, 8% for a stop. And I don't like the loss I take on any one stock to be greater than 2% of my total trading capital. That really helps to not let any one stock, hurt you too bad, because, if you don't, they can. And then, if you're like me, you just want to kind of hold this thing long term, just wait till the end of each month. And I think you let a lot of the volatility, subside and see where the price is trading. And then that'll help you make your decision. But Nvidia right now, technically it's a 99 relative strength rating. That rating means that it's outperforming 99% of the stocks in the market in the last 12 months. It's in the semiconductor space. That group rank is number 24 at 197 different industry groups. And when you buy stocks, you want to stay in the top 60, because that's where, kind of most of the price momentum is. And so this one, has a good relative strength, well, the best. They're in the right group, and the technical action on the price is following what it's done in the past. And again, here's May of this year. This is May of 2020, and let me see what month this was. This is May of 2016. So May seems to be its month to really break out and make a new high. Just kind of interesting how that all works out. But if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Hope everyone has a great day, and hopefully if you own Nvidia, it goes your way. Talk to you soon.